Hey friends, I'm glad to be back with you today. It is Thursday of Holy Week and one of the most sacred and special times of the year for the Christian church. Yesterday, if you were with me, you'll remember that we talked about how it was Give and Take Wednesday, about a woman who came to Jesus and wanted to give her most precious things. She broke an alabaster jar of perfume and washed his feet with it, and to the amazement of all the people who were in the room. And then there was Judas, who was willing to betray his friend, his teacher, his leader, for only 30 pieces of silver and hand him over to the authorities. And Jesus showed both of them grace and kindness. And that leads us into today's story. So today is Thursday of Holy Week, and on Thursday we remember how Jesus feasted the Passover meal with his disciples. It was the last meal that he would share with them, and it was, for many of them, the last time that they would spend with him. It was an important meal. It was a traditional meal that they would share together every year because it was them remembering the important things that God did in leading his people by way of Moses out of Egypt and slavery, and then leading them through hundreds of years and to the place where they were at this point. And so this was a traditional sacred meal in order to not just remember who they were as God's people, but most importantly, what God had done for them. And so today, again, we remember the Last Supper. For his very Last Supper, Jesus gathered with his friends. They shared a feast, and he explained his time was soon to end. He washed his disciples' feet with a servant's heart. He would love his friends until the end, although they soon would part. I am the way and the truth and the life. Come to the Father through me. He promised to send the Holy Spirit to live with us for eternity. He taught them to remember him by eating bread and drinking wine. He told them he would be betrayed and by a disciple be denied. He said, "Do not be troubled. I will send you peace of knowing. Your sadness will be turned to joy. Come, let us be going." He went out into the garden. To our God, he prayed. He pleaded with the Lord that night. Take this cup of suffering away. He knew the time had come. Soldiers were coming soon. He'd be betrayed with a kiss by the light of the evening moon. Jesus was very troubled, but he knew this was the way. The soldiers captured and arrested him, and they led Christ away. Let this Thursday story egg remind us Jesus is the way. Share the good news with your friends and be thankful every day. And as you can see on today's egg, it is all of Jesus' disciples gathered around the table to celebrate that important feast with him. And so today, just as the message that I read says, celebrate Jesus and share him and talk about him and be grateful for all that he has done for us. We remember the words of John 14, John chapter 14, verse 6, that says, Jesus answered, I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. Thank you, friends, for being with me today and sharing in this special story. I'll be back again tomorrow to share with you the important words of Good Friday. Thank you.